right, so this was your first question in the assignment. And then, yeah, so this is the first question in your assignment. Then it says, let A be equal to that. List the elements of the following subsets of A. So the elements of the following subsets of A, the first question is asking us to find, the first question is asking us to find natural numbers. So the main reason why I'm revising with you the assignment is mostly they like bringing back the same questions in the assignments, yeah, to see if you answered on your own. So they'll bring back some of the questions from your assignment on your exam, which is very dangerous if you are just writing it alone in the exam room. So find time to go through the solutions of the assignment. Yeah, it's also very important. Okay, so we have the first set is the set of natural numbers. We know that natural numbers are counting numbers starting from 1 going up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going up. So in short, they are sometimes called positive integers. Okay, so natural numbers in this, we have 4. Then apart from 4, I think that's the only natural number that we have. So in this one, we write it in a set format, we say 4. Then we talk about integers. We are talking about positive and negative numbers. So we are talking about -2. We also have 4 there. Yeah, so we also have rational numbers. So rational numbers are simply numbers that can be expressed in the form A over B, meaning any number that can be expressed in a fraction form, we call it a natural number. So this set to be -2, we have -2. Then apart from -2, we have 1 over 9. Then apart from that, we also have 0.5. You can express it in the form A over B. So 0.5. Then apart from 0.5, you also have you can also have this one here, 0.13. So this one is a continuous rational number. It does not terminate, in short. Then we also have 4. There's also a natural, what's not a natural number, but the rational number. I don't know if I said rational or natural. So this one is a rational number. Which is a repeating rational number. Then we also have 4. So this is a set of rational numbers. And then irrational numbers is just the opposite of rational numbers, numbers that can't be expressed in the form A over B. So in this case, we have the root of 7 and -5. So we have the square root of 7 and negative the root of 5. And then we have real numbers. So real numbers is just the addition. When you add rational numbers and irrational numbers, the answer that you get is a set of real numbers. So you just write everything there. So you just write all the numbers there. Yeah, so these are real numbers. Right, so move on to the next question. So this one is asking us to simplify. So simplify this times that. So multiplying this times that, just the same as multiplying what is under the radical there. We have 3 times 27, 3 times 27. We say minus √3 times -1, we get -√3. So 3 times 27, we get 81 there minus √3. So the square root of 81 is 9 minus the root of 3. So this is the answer. Then we will also have this other part here. So multiplying this means that we multiply this times everything there, then even -1 multiplies with everything there. So what I mean is this, we say √3 is multiplying with √2 plus 1, and then we also have -1 multiplying with √2 plus 1. And then from there, we're going to say the root of 3 times the root of 2. to give us the same as 3 times 2 there. And then root 3 times positive 1 is it's just positive of root 3. And then we also have negative 1 times the root of 2, negative root 2. Negative 1 times negative, positive 1, there we get negative 1. So this one will give us root 6 plus root 3 minus root 2. And then we have negative 1 there. So you can simplify it further than this one. So we do the last one here, which is this one. So this one is 3 root 2 minus 2. Then we have 3 root 3 plus 2. So this part times that part. So it's just the same as saying 3 times 3, we get 9. And then, okay, let me just write it in a proper way that everyone will be able to understand. So we have root 3, 2 root 2 times 3 root 3. So this one is just the same as first this multiplying with everything there, and then this multiplying with everything there. So we have the root of 2. We have 3 root 2, and then times everything there. So we say 3 root 3 plus 2. Then we also have minus 2, 3 root 3 plus 2. So this minus 2 also multiply with everything there. So we start with this part times that. So this times that, 3 times 3, the answer is 9. Root 2 times root 3 is just the same as root 6. Then we have 3 root 2 times 2. That's the same as multiplying 3 times 2 there. The answer is 6. Then we remain with root 2 there. Then negative 2 times 3, the answer is negative 6 root 3. And then we also have negative 2 times negative, negative 2 times positive 2 there. The answer is 4, negative 4 rather. Okay, all right. So everything has disappeared. All right, so we have this. So I said negative 2 times 2. The answer is negative 2. So this one is negative 2, not positive. All right, so this is the answer for this one as well.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
I think that the last part should be negative 4.
Yes, I was saying this is negative, not positive. It has just failed to erase.
Yeah, so
4 there.
Not 2, but
all
4.
Right, all right. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, so this is the solution. Let's look at this one now. Okay, so for this one as well, this is just rationalizing the denominators, which is very much straightforward. So we have 1 over the root of 2 plus 1. So we find the conjugate of the denominator there. So the conjugate will just be found by changing the sign in between there. So how do we change the sign? We have root 2 there, we have positive there, we're going to put a minus there. So we have 1, open brackets, root 2 minus 1, then over, we have root 2, oh, I don't know, I've gotten the one again. Okay, so we have root 2 down there. Okay, there's no problem. Since it's 1, root 2 minus 1 there as well. Okay, let me just reset PowerPoint. Okay, so we are on this one. So I was saying we have 1 over the root of 2 plus 1. So the conjugate will just be the root of 2 minus 1 over root 2 minus 1. So when you multiply 1 times everything there, I'll still just get the root of 2 minus 1. And then down here, we're going to have root 2 plus 1, then root 2 minus 1. So when you look at the denominator there, this one is just in the form of what we call the difference of two squares. If you have x plus y, times, x, let me say, you have x squared minus y squared. This one can be written as x plus y, and then times x minus y. So same applies to this. So this part is in this format. This part is in this format. So we can write it back to that. So we can write this as the root of 2 minus 1 over. So we can say root 2 squared minus 1 squared. So here the answer will be the root of 2 minus 1 over. So the root of 2 squared, the answer is 2. Then minus 1 squared, the answer is simply just 1. So when you simplify this, you have root 2 minus 1, everything divided by 1. Then the root of 2 minus 1 over 1, the answer is just root 2 of minus 1. So this is how you do this. This is how we deal with such a question. Okay. So we quickly proceed. So this one, you also have, you have 3 over 2 minus the root of 3. So you say times, the conjugate of the denominator will be the conjugate of the denominator will be 2 plus the root of 3. Even this side you have 2 plus the root of 3. So 3 times what is this side? It's just the same as writing 3 times 2 plus the root of 3. Then everything divided by, we have 2 minus root 3. And then you also have 2 plus root 3. So on top there, I have 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3 root 3. This is just going to give us plus 3 root 3. And then down here we have the difference of 2 squares, meaning we're going to have 2 squared minus the root of 3 squared. So from there, we're going to have 6 plus 3 root 3. Then 2 squared will give us 4. Then root 3 squared will give us 3. So we have 6, 6 plus 3 root 3. Then everything divided by 4 minus 3, the answer is 1. So there we're going to have 1 divided by everything there. Everything there on top divided by 1. It's just 3, 6 plus 3 root 3. So these questions were simple. Yeah, they are straightforward questions.
Excuse me, sir, before we proceed.
Okay.
Imagine if we had there where there's 1, if it was 2. What were we supposed to do?
Down here.
Yeah, if it was 2.
If this
what
was
were we
2,
supposed to do?
if you want to get leave it
Yes.
like this. If you okay, let's say if it was 3, If it was 3,
Yeah.
you can divide 3 into 6. The answer will give you 2. And then 3 into 3 root 2, the 3 will just cancel with the 3, meaning you just remain with root 3 there. So you can divide if the number is divisible. If it's easier for you, or if it's possible for you to divide them, you can simply just divide them. So that's how it is. All right, so let's quickly proceed. Let's see the other question. Oh, sorry. So this other one, we also do the same. So what you do is you have 1 over the root of 2 plus 1, then plus 1 over the root of 2 minus 1. So here we can just find the common denominator. So the common denominator will just be found by multiplying these two. So we multiply root 2 plus 1 and root 2 minus 1. Then on top there, I will say this. First, we say this part into everything down there. The answer, it will just be found by canceling. You cancel this, you also cancel this. So meaning what you remain with here is the answer. Then what you remain with multiplied by 1. So you just get with, you get that same thing, which is root 2 minus 1. Then we say plus this part into everything here in the denominator. So that's the same as canceling this and that. Then what you remain with, which is just this part, multiplied by 1. So you have √2 plus 1. So from there now we can simplify the numerator. So we can simplify the numerator. So the numerator there will simply just be √2 plus √2. We'll get 2 √2. And then -1 plus 1, the answer is 0. Then everything divided by, this one is a difference of 2 squares as well. So we can just write it as the root of 2 squared minus 1 squared. So on top there we have we have 2 √2. And then down you have square root of 2 squared. The answer is 2. Then minus 1 squared there. The answer is 1. So 2 √2 over 1. 2 minus 1. Answer is 1. So when you simplify this, the answer is just 2 √2. Okay, so do we have any questions on what we have covered so far? Okay, so if there are no questions, then we call it a day. Next time when we meet, we start from question 2. Yeah, so I'll just pick questions from your assignment which we have covered so far. Because when I start explaining things that we have not covered, you still not understand anything. Yeah, so I'll just pick questions from your from your assignment, which we have already covered. All right, so see you in the next lecture that we're going to have. Shalom, shalom.
Thank you.